Scatchell, ominous.
Don't call it a comeback.
Took a deflection off the paint, but Rudy Scatchell has had his say. This is the start of dreams for Hearts.
I don't know about you, gentlemen, but I'm feeling very satisfied. That was a satisfactory performance. Are you satisfied, Robert Borthwick?
Heavily satisfied.
Are you satisfied, Angus Coots?
I'm most content.
Are you satisfied, Fridgey?
Let me just check up my thesaurus. I am happy enough.
Well, nice. That's a very, very shit thesaurus you have there. Well done.
Yeah.
Yes, welcome to We Have No Cares. Heart of Midlothian have just freshly beaten Ross County 2-0.
Our resurgent Ross County.
Yeah, well, this is the crazy thing. This is life in the SPL. Ross County were on a great run, were they not, Robert?
They were indeed. I think something like in the last 30 or 40 odd games they've lost maybe 3 or 4. I think 3 of them have been to Hearts. They do not like beating us in competitive games. I don't think they've ever won at Tynecastle as well, which is a nice stat.
Cool.
Yeah.
Draws and losses.
2 draws and now 8 wins, and one of those wins was on the penalty shootout, and I remember it very well. Gilles Rousset saved a couple of penalties.
Well, with 2 of us here having Inverness connections, I think we can both agree. Fuck Ross County.
Yes.
Fuck them rigid.
I don't really have Inverness connection. I'm actually more Rocher.
Oh well.
Just
Alright.
heads up. I'm much closer to Victoria Park than I am to the Tully Caledonian Stadium.
Well, but you're a Clachnacudden man through and through.
Well, you know it.
Clachnacudden are my favourite Highland team as well.
Oh, well, good.
Great. I have no opinion on Highland teams. They never come onto my radar.
Foreign football.
Exactly.
Nosebleed territory.
Yeah.
Okay, well, I think what the most remarkable thing about Ross County today was this team. I don't know if you saw any of their performance against Aberdeen the other week, but they were rampant.
Saw the entire game.
Saw little bits, but sorry.
You were going to say like Aberdeen are high flying, but only on the basis of how high they flew at the start of the season. They're in absolute free fall just now, and if they'd had a slightly shakier start, they'd be in the bottom 6 right now. They're shit.
Yeah, well, Aberdeen are now shit, but the more remarkable thing that I was saying is that, like, even considering the shitness before them, Ross County were creating chances. They were creating shots on target. Like Boyce, who's been on fire all season.
He's brilliant. He's a very, very good footer. You could even see that today. I mean, obviously he didn't have anyone else alongside him who was playing at any sort of standard today, but he is a very good striker. Who's just sort of popped up out of nowhere because he was there last season and did nothing. Yeah,
but today for Ross County as a whole, 45 minutes against 10 men, 2 shots on target in the entire game. They were woefully poor, but because Hearts controlled the shit out of that game.
Yeah, the midfield won their battles. The back line, which was even more makeshift after Boisier's red card. Rossi and Patterson, I don't think missed any ball that came into the middle. I mean, we know Patterson's great in there, we know Rossi's phenomenal in there, and yeah, we kept it compact, which meant they had to cross balls out in the middle, and it was a brilliant display of defensive maturity in that second half. It was wonderful.
I'm kind of skipping to the end here, but that's been my favourite Hearts performance for a long time.
Yeah.
Just like, I mean, the first half was kind of like, it was boring, but boring in a good way. We controlled the game. We never looked under pressure. Then we lose a man very, very early in the second half. And just the organisation to defend with 10 men, just knowing, don't press until they're in the final third, let their defence have it. It was just glorious to see. As a man who appreciates Catenaccio, you must have been delighted to see it, Fridgey.
Tartanaccio.
Oh, Jesus.
The Scottish version. No, I must admit I was a bit worried when I saw, even early on, just as Blassie was going in behind the man he'd been beaten. He was behind the man, he was on the wrong side, and you could tell that something bad was going to happen. Yeah. If he didn't foul him, it was by any good chance it was going to be a goal. Yeah. Or it would have taken a good save.
Ricker was definitely warranted, I thought.
Yeah, absolutely. And I don't blame him, to be honest.
I'm glad he took it, to be honest.
He lost it. He lost the challenge. There was not much else he could have done. It wasn't hot-headed. He didn't scythe the man down. He got caught out. He made a mistake. took a red card for it, which was deserved.
He's not made the mistake. It was Rossi's mistake. Rossi with the short sort of pass through to him, but
Very slack, too close to the striker.
he did it in the first half as well, which is very un-Rossi because
Difficult to tell whether he was trying to pass to Boisier or to Alexander.
I don't think he knew. I think that was the issue. But he was still solid as fuck. Apart from that, I mean, Rossi, that's one mistake now that he's made this season, and he completely atoned for it later on in the match, which I'm sure we'll discuss. But it's good to see Boisier's tweeted since the match saying took one for the team. Well done, team. So team is the word of the week for Boisier Augustine.
He's learning. His English is improving.
Our standing
Augustine.
skipper. Yeah. Jesus.
You're on fire.
Somebody put me out. I mean, literally put me out in the garden.
Put me out of our misery. Yeah.
Lock you out. So it's good to see our stand-in skipper. Coming out and just being honest, like, oh yeah, that was a total red card.
Yeah, but Payardo milking his injury last week is just sheer professionalism. It's just knowing what you got to do. But in times past, we would have crumbled trying to face 11 men for 45 minutes, but we were never in danger today, and it was glorious to see. Glorious to see the organisation, the conviction, the way the team played. Everyone knew their role. It was
and to break for that second goal as well.
Absolutely, it was a complete testament to the coaching staff.
I don't want to let Robbie Neilson off the hook too much for things that have happened in the last few weeks that have been, quite questionable decisions that he's made, which have been rightfully questioned. But can you imagine if that team had been coached by Gary Locke, and then that had happened today? They wouldn't have won the match. Wouldn't have drawn the match.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
We did draw a match against a team coached by Gary Locke, though.
I'm sorry. We don't say Gary Locke on this podcast. It's just not acceptable.
I apologise, but he's a part of our immediate history.
No, I'm not having it.
We can't forget him. He's
Let's try and rise above it and move on.
It's like saying Jamie Hamill.
Oh, fuck you bastards! I was having such a good day.
You see what you made me do.
Right, well let's try and calm down and to go on Robbie's decisions. Interesting personnel decisions today. McGee continuing at left back.
You're not a bit wee.
Well, I agree with Robbie. I think he is a bit wee for a centre half.
He's 2 centimetres smaller than Osterk, is he not?
It's not just height; it's physicality. He's
a bit thin.
He's
brittle,
thin. He's meek. He's not.
He's also a child.
Well, Robbie didn't ever say this is a problem that's unsolvable.
Oh yeah, absolutely. And I thought he actually had a great game today.
He did.
Yeah,
he did. Excellent.
Wonderful game.
His hair,
thereby,
and his beard,
his fucking hair.
He had a great game today, thereby cementing that he probably won't play centre back for a long time because he's very, very good at filling in at the fullback positions.
Yeah.
Like his turn of pace, his reading of the game, his interceptions.
And actually today, kind of sticking one right up Robbie, his strength and his aerial ability were fantastic. There was one when he put his body in a cement mixer when Jackson Irvine was going in for a header at the back post towards the end, and he got up above Jackson Irvine, who's 6'4".
But Jackson Irvine had the anonymous of anonymous games today.
Yeah, it doesn't mean he's not tall. And he won the header, and physically he was fantastic today, McGee. Same as he was against Dundee United. So. Yeah.
But the other personnel decision that was made today, in light of midfield injuries and such, like Arnold Djoum.
Yeah, I was
he's
really
good,
confused.
Isn't he though?
Isn't he just? And we get to keep him as well.
He's ours.
Yeah.
I was a little bit confused when I saw the team. I was like, what, Wabban and Jim? Aye. Nay bad at all. Like, I'd take that again.
Yeah, absolutely.
No, he was like the whole team performance today. Very composed, just did the simple things well.
Good on the ball as well, though. He's
solid.
Yeah.
He can take it past the man, which he showed in the second half a couple of times when we needed to relieve pressure. He was giving it out wide, and he took it inside and kept it.
Yeah, kept it, retained it. A couple of that visionary pass to play it into space for so was just marginally offside at the end.
Yeah.
Oh, that was frustrating. But yeah, like a diamond, a great player to have in the squad. Don't know if he starts when everyone's fit, but like as an insurance policy, thumbs up.
100%.
I don't know if he starts if everyone's fit, but at the same time, if everyone was fit, I'd have him and Gomez over him and Wabban.
I think you'd maybe lose a bit of dynamism for games where you need some thrust from midfield.
Potentially in those games, but then there's other games where you don't need that so much.
No, that's true. We've got one coming up in
I think
midweek.
he'll get his chance at starting quite a bit, I think, this season. He's good enough.
As we've discussed numerous times on this podcast, it's impossible to say, oh, that's the Hearts' best 11, because it depends on the opposition, it depends on the circumstance, it depends even on the pitch. Sometimes Osman Sow doesn't like playing on plastic because his knees are a bit fucked. It's a very fluid thing. Hearts'
have a big
best
squad
11
for that very reason.
Yeah.
Nobody's going to be injury free for the whole season.
Yeah,
We
that's
have good,
it.
adaptable players, and that is the team.
The whole point of a good team is having the strength and depth, and I think with June we now have that. With Danny Swanson, we now have that. Liam Smith, we now have that coming in at the fullback.
Liam
position.
Smith.
Good.
I mean, like, I've always liked Liam Smith, but there was like sheer absolute proof of a boy who can read the game so composed, like unflustered, completely intercepted things, and made an incredible contribution to the second goal by winning a header in the centre of the box.
Yeah, he's looking very, very good, very good.
To get onto the game itself, like we say, like a lot of control in the first half, maybe a bit tentative. Also in terms of decisions made by Robbie Nielsen, 4-4-2, which I maybe would have felt a bit cagey about, seeing how Ross County were flying, but he must have known that the Charlotte and Ross County were going to turn up.
It was the wonderful stats piece that Tom Watt of the STV does every sort of quarter of the season. He came out and said that 4-4-2 has been, it's coming back. It's making a comeback. Gary Locke is a fucking visionary.
Old school.
Yeah, it's making a comeback, and he actually cited Hearts in that. Hearts have started to grind out results once they've gone back to 4-4-2. And starting with that today, I think, was absolutely the correct decision. You've got the physicality of Doom in the centre of the park to sort of try and negate Jackson Irvine. And then you've got So and Wanma. Wanma wasn't quite at it today, which was a shame, but that was kind of affected by
He's
him.
always at it, typical foreigner.
Is that Brad Mackay on the podcast?
Sorry, who's that?
Obviously Wanma was moved out to left wing when Blasey got sent off, and you could see the writing was on the wall for him to get substituted soon after. It seems that the players find comfort in a 4-4-2. They
So do
find
the fans.
Yeah, it's the go-to thing, though, isn't it? It's
Well, I think
You said it's making a comeback, but I wouldn't call it a comeback. I think it's been here for years.
I think what I would say made it work today was Walker being fit, because we could build through the wings in the first half when we had the full complement of men, and Sam Nicholson had a raging hard on for this game.
his run of form recently, Nicholson, has been absolutely superb. The way he's taking players on, the way he's just looking full of confidence, which makes such a huge difference when you're a winger, and he's making differences to matches. There's no one in the game better at drawing a foul than Sam Nicholson.
But his wee tricks today, that like sort of slightly delayed drag nutmeg he did on the guy just inside the box.
He got
outside
fouled
the
and
box,
should have got a free kick. That's what I mean. He's brilliant at drawing fouls at the players. He's already won Hearts 3 penalties this season. That's it's astounding.
And he was instrumental in the first goal.
Absolutely, yeah. He took it sort of down the left wing from McGee, didn't he? And
Yes,
then proceeded to skin. It looked like 17 players. The ball sort of bounced off him at one stage. He got scythed from both angles.
The first part of the build-up was the dummy that went through from McGee to Wanma. Then Wanma got the ball back to Sam. He, as you say, got knocked down, but he recovered brilliantly, straight back up on his feet.
Yeah,
pulled up the ball, and then he passed it to Patterson.
Patterson put in an absolutely stunning shot, which went in, and it was glorious. I loved it. However, I was a little bit delayed in my reaction to celebrate because I was still screaming for a free kick. Sam.
It was
in the net. I'm like, fucking free kick, referee!
It was such a blatant free kick as well. Like Sam got hit by about 9 players at once. But yeah, Patterson knows how to strike a ball.
But that was the story of the first half, really. Like I say, I was delighted that it was so boring because we were just so in control, so grinding it out. Everything was fine. Second half seemed to start in a similar vein, and then maybe didn't go quite according to plan about 2 minutes in.
When there was like that sort of reddish card.
It was a very similar to a red card, yes. Almost exactly the same, you might suggest. What happened?
Sending off,
Robert?
would you call it?
We would call it that. That's literally what it's called. So Igor Rossi picked up the ball in the sort of our third, basically. Tried to play a pass. Was it a touch? Was it a pass? Was it a
brain fart, I think, is the technical
I
term.
don't know what
He played a beautiful brain fart across the back line.
Yeah, an absolute textbook brain fart. And Liam Boyce picked up on it, and Boise, as he so eloquently put in his tweet, took one for the team. Yeah, did they have to? For me, in Section G, it looked like Rossi was maybe getting back, but with the form that Liam Boyce is on, and maybe he's playing the player as well as he's playing the foul.
I think really you saw, like, he's facing goal and there's two Ross County players in front of him. He can't guarantee that Igor's going to get back.
Yeah, it's.
I wasn't hugely concerned at the time. I didn't think this is a goal against us coming right now.
I did.
And then when he pulled it down, I was like, at least it wasn't in the box.
Yeah.
I don't know. It spelled danger as soon as you could see Boyce making the sprint. I was like, he's going to get there first, because the angle that I'm at, you can't tell if the ball's firing its way towards Augustine's feet or if it's sort of hanging there.
The way I saw it, it was Boyce picking up the ball at the edge of the box.
Blasi just
he was going to get there, and it was a shot. It was between him and the keeper.
Yeah, it's a goal scoring opportunity.
It's clear.
Even if Rossi's getting back, the law isn't last man. It's goal scoring opportunity.
Yeah, it's very much
clear
a goal scoring opportunity.
And that was a clear goal scoring opportunity.
Clear as day.
For sure.
So the real question here is: do we lambast Rossi for a slack pass which cost us a man and
Nope.
put us into trouble, or do we say, well done, Rossi, for setting up 45 minutes of some of the greatest defending I've ever seen at Tynecastle, and that made me just feel wonderful and warm inside?
All's well that ends well, eh?
I think he knew exactly what he was doing.
Yeah, no,
Yeah,
he
I came from the bench. That was
Yeah, he's sitting at
half-time team talk,
Blanchie's looking tired. I think he needs next week off.
Robbie shouting for Rossi, sell the jerseys! Sell the jerseys, Rossi!
Sure, boss.
What?
Okay.
What? Sorry.
One off the training ground.
Yeah, absolutely. And
Just imagine us practicing getting red cards.
Well, we practiced with 10 men in training
Yeah, you got to practice
for a red card.
Yeah, that's
so-
how you get the red card.
Yeah, you got to be ready for all scenarios. Like training
You have
dummies
to
with
be in
like
control
Mike
the whole
Griffiths'
time.
face on them, so you're just making sure you
right in the
go.
throat.
poking them in the eye. Yeah, and from there on in, I was worried because it was only 1-0 and Ross County had been in very good form. But
45 minutes to go as well.
needn't have been even slightly worried because we completely fucking strolled it.
Gorgeous.
We walked it. We walked the rest of that match. It was
Absolutely the right decisions. Just knowing to, like I said before, leave the back four alone. They're all terrible on the ball. They can't do anything with it. Ignore their left winger,
Ricky Foster.
Ricky Foster.
Ricky, don't call me Ricky Foster.
Oh, he was garbage.
He is garbage.
He's a fucking cunt.
He's a right back.
He's a right back playing in the left wing. And I like Jim McIntyre. I've got a lot of time for Jim McIntyre. What the fuck is he thinking playing Ricky Foster?
That's Ali McCoy's tactics, that one.
Just like see if
Ricky Foster's going, oh, listen, Gaffer, Ali McCoy used to do this.
Yeah.
So man goes, oh, well, he's a fucking great example of a manager. I'm taking notes from that.
Ali McCoy. Oh, he's on the telly.
Ali McCoy comes down from Glasgow.
Needn't have been worried at all. Just walked it. Rossi
Beautiful.
for the remainder of the match, alongside Callum Patterson at centre half, as we said earlier on. It's fucking great.
Callum Patterson is definitely big enough to be a centre half, and my God, did he do it!
He does not lose an aerial battle. Ever.
I love watching him play. He's
Yeah.
so good.
With him and Rossi at centre half, we have our two most dominant headers of the ball at centre half.
I'd be
And can play the ball with their feet as well.
Yeah.
exactly. I'd be absolutely delighted if he started at centre half in the game that Blanche is suspended for. I don't know whether that'll be Celtic or if it'll be the next league game.
It'll be Partick, I would imagine.
Partick, because it's not.
It wasn't violent conduct.
It wasn't violent conduct.
But it's the
so-
League Cup.
Yeah, it's domestic. I don't know. It's
yeah.
we can look it up, but we're not gonna.
No,
not gonna do it
but either
right
way,
now.
like I think he's the right man to slot in. He did brilliantly. Like I say, for somebody whose game is based on sort of thrusting runs and things like that, he was so disciplined. He was so composed.
He looked a wee bit pissed off when Liam Smith came on and was like, "Oh, Callum, you're centre half." He was like, "Damn it, I can't run up the pitch from here."
What a unit that was, though. Like Liam Smith, I mean, I spoke of him before, but like I've liked him for so long, but like, he just did it. He just looked like he'd been playing that position for 10 years.
He looks the part. He really does. And when Patterson almost certainly gets sold for a decent dollar, then we've got someone
to Man United.
Exactly. Yeah. Sure.
Or Dortmund.
Just keep naming.
Yeah, just keep
big
naming
clubs. Juventus, Roma, Benfica,
Tigres.
Independiente.
I don't think he's going to cross any oceans.
Yeah,
I think he's going to stay in Europe.
I think he could do a wonderful job for Nagoya Grampus.
Philadelphia Union.
Yeah, exactly. That's another team that play football.
Maybe in 10 years.
Fantastic summation of his career options. The point is that Liam Smith is good. Also remarkable today, Osman Sow, second 90 minutes in a row.
Yeah, that was quite remarkable.
Honestly,
he's a good player, isn't he?
Oh God, he's wonderful. His
hold-up
hold-up play today was...
Even when he's been out wide, he's control of the ball, the way he can beat players and move the ball back inside and just keep the ball at his feet and move the ball on.
He's for me right now. He's our number one striker ahead of Juanma.
Yeah.
I love Juanma and I love his petulance. A lot of people don't like it. I'm daft on it. I love his petulance, but right now Osman Sow's the man on form. Even if the goals haven't quite been coming for him.
One came today, Robert.
One came today, and that's a great link.
Eventually, somehow.
Well, like we say, God, it was gorgeous. Like we say, it started with Liam Smith winning the header, and then Igor Rossi carrying the ball.
Yep. I mean, it was at the other end of the pitch from where we are, so I don't really know exactly what happened. I don't think Osman Sow knows exactly what happened either. There was it was at his feet. People were throwing themselves at it. He wasn't for losing the ball. The keeper came right out to him. They had a little chat. Then he went round the keeper. It was incredible to watch because for about 15 seconds I was convinced he was losing the ball.
Yeah, it was unreal. I mean, like Rossi taking the ball out. That was what I would mentioned earlier about atoning for his mistake.
Yeah.
Because he really kick-started a really, really effective counter-attack because Jamie Walker bombed down the wing. Sow was already in front of him. He found Sow found Walker, and Walker's vision is intelligence.
His patience.
His intelligence to know that no one else is in the box apart from Osman Sow and to find the gap and find that pass. Sow's touch was heavy as fuck.
At that point you thought he'd lost it.
Yeah, and then he rounded the keeper, and then the keeper got back, and then Osman Sow fell over, and then the ball went in the net, and I don't know
even
what
for
happened.
about 15 seconds after the goal, I was convinced Sow was going to lose the ball.
Yeah.
Is it how did that go in?
I'm
Honestly.
not sure what happened. I think he grew an extra ankle or something like that, and that flicked the ball in.
Yeah.
Go gadget ankle.
Yeah.
So magic.
Oh, you've been reading my book.
I have. It's
My thesaurus.
he swung something at it and the ball went in, and I don't know.
Let's not speculate on what he might have been swinging in that situation. But Igor Rossi, again, the team organisation, Igor Rossi charged out of defence, and like Jum and Blavin both sort of sat back and went sort of like, "You got this, man."
Yeah, you've got this, Igor. You big dead-eyed, wonderful man. And Jamie Walker, that was his telling part of the match. Really, he played well, but he didn't really make
It was
any
good
incisive.
just to see him like be on the pitch from the start again because he's been out of sorts for a while. He's been injured.
I still don't think he's fully fit.
Don't think he is. No.
He looked more fit today, though.
Yeah.
And that increased fitness, I think, will be a key part for the whole squad going forwards. But yeah, and having Walker playing well with Sam playing so well on the opposite wing, that certainly stretched the midfield, and it made us having a more conservative central midfield less of an issue.
What do you think that means for Billy King?
I think he's the same as always. He's a sub when we need a goal.
Needs to be patient, needs to wait for his time. He will get his chance. Wingers burn out, Nicholson and or Walker will burn out, which means that Billy will get his time again. He just needs to take it. That's all it is. He's still a great player. Nielsen still rates him. He's not falling out of the fold. He's He's behind two players who are playing better right now.
Yep.
That's it.
Good.
Love me a Billy King, and he will get his chance again.
He
Me
is
too.
fabulous. Yeah. Anything else remarkable to talk about from this game? I think we've covered it pretty well.
Good to see Miguel Gallardo make a miraculous comeback in the space of 6 days from hobbling off and not looking like he could walk at Tannadice. I knew it was a dead leg anyway, but even then it was nice to see him getting back because he's just so great. He's so great.
He's fantastic.
And he's shaved, and I don't even care because it's him.
I'm glad he's shaved. He's someone that I actually prefer without an actual beard.
Okay.
Most players, I think, benefit from having a beard. Not Miguel. Miguel is different.
Jordan McGee without the beard.
Jordan McGee's
I
beard
think
is
I'd
fucking shit. And his
Yeah.
hair's worse. His hair's a little bit like Juan was just now. It's a little bit lighter on the top, and
Yeah.
I'm not a big fan of
two
that.
together, it's just not a good look.
But the upshot is we were delighted with a very professional footballing performance from professional football team Heart of Midlothian today.
It was like a different performance from last week, entirely. You know, a different team almost. Playing with real purpose and vigour.
Yeah.
A bit more energy, a bit more impetus, a bit more discipline.
They did look a bit lethargic against Dundee United.
If we played like we did today against Dundee United last week, it would have been 4 or 5.
Yeah.
They're so bad.
I have to
and
agree with that.
so-
Yeah, I think we knew that we needed a performance at Tynecastle, and I think we found that today.
Yep.
The new guy June coming in alongside a makeshift
good,
back.
isn't he?
He is great, isn't he?
He is
just-
isn't he though?
I've got
Just
I've got
good,
so
isn't he?
much time for Arnold June. Hey Arnold, he's the fucking best. But yeah, like every single player worked their socks off, and it clicked. It clicked today, and it's not clicked very often this season. But there was a lot of clicking today.
We've got the fans back on the side. I'm going back.
Look forward.
What? Will you be there on Wednesday?
Yeah, I think so.
Okay.
Oh, well,
not many
well
other
done,
folk will.
yeah.
No, a lot of people
I
are saying they're
shall
not going, but I support the team because I'm a real fan.
I support going to work when I'm rotated on, so I won't be
Nah,
there.
you've not really got a choice then, have you?
Yeah, I might be there.
I support fuck ever going to anything that Celtic are at unless I've already paid for it in advance from a season ticket.
So you won't be going to this one then?
We at the semi-final when we won in 2012.
I was there, yeah.
Oh, okay.
It
Was
was
that
different.
included in your season? Was it?
I didn't have a season ticket then.
Ah, right.
All right.
But you paid for it in
But
advance,
you paid for it
obviously.
though, yeah.
Yeah. Well, I
Yeah.
bought it
Like you
before.
do with tickets, generally.
In general.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's a good part of that.
Great. Well, I'm glad we're all so happy, and little extra bonus. Aberdeen drop points again.
Yes,
Yeah.
that's it. It's
Drew
what, 2
at
points
home
now, is it?
to Motherwell.
We're now
Yes.
2 points adrift.
We
of,
might come second.
the
We'll get
Dandies.
that Champions League place. Oh, wait.
Yeah.
Oh wait.
Yeah.
Ah, well, that'd be nice.
Well,
Still
Celtic
Europe.
are doing well in the Europa League at least, getting for the coefficient.
Breaking the mould.
Jesus fucking Christ, Fridge.
Broken by the mould, I think you mean.
Oh, there we go. There we go. Put it back round.
What was the Hamilton score today?
They drew with 1-1 as well.
That's great results all around for Hearts then,
Yeah,
yeah.
fantastic.
Wonderful stuff.
Just
And now all we
Keep
need
getting
is Dundee
winner,
United
winner,
to beat
chicken
Celtic.
dinner.
Yeah.
That's something that's going to happen. Yeah.
Come on, Mixu. Do it for the lads.
This is well within your abilities.
Play that.
Use your tactics.
Yeah.
Use your tactic.
Yeah.
Great. Well, let's
on.
move on.
Come on, the Terrors.
Let's move on and decide who is the best performer today out of the reams
June.
of fantastic. Well, skip to the end. Yes, Fridgey's got it. June was the best.
I wanted to have a discussion, to be honest.
I wanted to mention.
Okay, let's have a discussion then. We'll bring it back round to the fact that it was Hume. I thought Callum Patterson was great today.
Cam Patterson was
was.
great today, yeah. I think he's definitely in with a shout.
I think Jordan McGee was fucking exceptional today.
He was excellent.
Osman So was fantastic. Great ability, great feet, great.
Sam Nicholson's first half performance, obviously more subdued in the second half when it was required, but still very solid, very incisive.
If he got Rossi hadn't farted his brain out, then he would have been in with a shout as well.
Yeah.
Liam Smith, terrific performance.
Yeah, coming in into a difficult match, especially 1-0 at that stage. Yeah, absolutely, 100%.
Alexander didn't have much to do, but he caught an awful lot today.
He was
just
safe.
grabbing it out of the air.
Yeah. And he made a good save towards the end as
Hands on
well.
balls.
Yeah, an excellent
What
shot
we
from
like.
Boyce, their second shot on target. Good
Yeah.
reaction save.
Absolutely.
Took one cross ball in particular very well, which has been shaky on recently, but that was nice.
Absolutely, they look very assured.
So, is there any particular Belgian defensive midfielder that we want to single out for praise?
Don't know. No.
Can't think of
What do
one.
you mean?
No.
Marwan Fellaini.
Well, he's a striker, isn't he?
These days.
Yeah, Arnold June.
Arnold June! Oh, yeah, that guy.
Yeah.
He's very good, isn't he?
He's good.
He's really good.
Yeah, and we get to keep him.
Songs for Arnold June. We've been
Yeah.
waiting for this moment since he signed.
Yeah.
Because he's got the best name.
He's got the best name, and I feel that there's so many songs that the ones we're going to do right now won't even do. That's not even scratch the surface.
We're going to completely fail to deliver.
There's so many puns as well.
We'll
But-
definitely think of better in about half an hour's time.
The Temple of Doom,
So please,
the Legion of Doom, the Doomsday Device. Honestly, it's never ending, and I really want him to stay for all time.
Dr. June.
Yeah.
Angus, please.
Arnold June in our midfield, hold a place so strong. County fail before this warrior down in Old Town Castle. That's me.
Jesus, thank fuck.
Very chantable. Very chantable.
That's going to make it onto the test.
Catching on.
That's the aim of this part of the podcast, I think, isn't it?
Is it?
Is it?
Is
Well,
it?
I don't even know anymore.
It's just blinded by so many songs and lyrics and so many Anguses. It's just.
It's just every week. So much pressure. I don't know what I'm trying to achieve.
Although I must say, another mention for Craig Cairns on his debut. He's got a wonderful voice. We'll have him back.
Yeah, it's a
Yeah.
rich baritone.
Yeah, 100%. Just saying he's better than you,
What we need
Angus.
on a terrace is a rich baritone.
Yeah, exactly.
So is it me?
Yeah, that.
It's you.
It's me that we're looking for. Okay.
Let's just maybe think of another one. Like, should we do? Oh no.
Oh no! See, that's what I mean. There's so many.
Yeah.
Oh no, that'll catch on.
Oh. Okay, so. Joom, 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 control the engine room. You and the prince together from now until forever. Joom, 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 you boss the engine room. I hope you stay forever, forever Arnold Joom.
Arnold June.
Yeah, that's my song to a wonderful Venga Boys hit.
Excellent.
Yeah. Zoom, shake, shake the room. Zoom, shake, shake the room. Zoom, shake, shake the room. Tick, 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 tick. Zoom.
Classic Fridgey. Classic.
Just battered yourself right in there.
I've overthought this. When he first came to the team, we didn't need Jum around. But now a spate of injuries makes him the best player around. Miguel has done his hammy, Morgaro's feeling tight. Now it's time for Arno to step up to the plate. Oh, Arno took his chance to show he's a baller, passing, tackling, running the show. Oh, Arno, play it through to so. Cause now since I see you in the team, I want you back. Yes, I do now. I want you back. Baby, I want you back. Yes, I do now. I want you back.
Yes. Normally Nickel leads who won that, but to be honest, I think he won it today.
Oh, I don't
thought
think
Rob
so.
won
I thought Rob won it.
Yeah, I thought Rob won it.
I think Rob's taken it for like the third, fourth week in a row.
Yeah, I don't know what's going on.
Well, if you guys want to give it, I want to give it to Nickel, but
Well, I want to ignore Angus.
Don't we all?
Yeah. Rob.
Thanks guys. I've got my verve back.
some deserved, but
Yeah, alright mate. Yeah. Come back.
Controversy will reign. If you've got your opinion on who should have won this week, or indeed any week, do get in touch with us.
And we'll ignore it.
We'll treat you like
too
your
late.
Angus.
It's too late to change the result.
If you want to email a long description of why you think I was robbed by myself, then email at
wehavenocares@gmail.com, and you can also tweet us directly if you so see fit, and you can do that.
We Have No Cares.
You can indeed.
If you want to tell Angus why he's wrong directly,
it's at Angus Maroon.
yes. If you want to tell Fridgey that he's a shining light in these troubled times,
Don't bother, you're wrong. I'll ignore you. But yeah, sure, indulge yourself at Fridgey Town.
There's the place.
Yeah, I'm still at RF Borthwick and Nickel is still at Nickelhay.
That's not going to change.
It's not going to
Set
change.
in stone.
Absolutely. And if you enjoyed this episode, why don't you listen to every single other previous episode that we've ever done, which is probably like, I don't know, 20?
Oh god, it's well more than that, surely.
Yeah, I can't really count that well. But yeah, you can do that at wehavenocares.tumblr.com, which has everything you could ever want from a
We're on
Hearts
YouTube,
Related
aren't we?
podcast.
Yes, we are.
That's the We Have No Cares.
Yeah,
YouTube
just
channel.
search for We Have No Cares. Put it in.
They all come up.
Everyone.
Just Google it.
Yeah.
See, there's
So
your old
easy.
dad. He knows how to use
Or Bing
computers.
it. You could Bing it. Like us. Does Like us still exist?
Yeah,
Yeah, why not?
See what you should do?
Alta Vista.
Just ask
Ask
Jeeves. He'll point you in the
Over here, sir.
Yeah.
Well, thank you, gentlemen. Thanks, everybody.
Steve
Thank
Crawford.
you, Steve Crawford. Thank you, Steve Crawford. Thanks, Steve.
Thanks, Steve Crawford.
Fuck him, Steve Crawford.
I'm gonna knock you out. Mama said knock you out.
Oscar's arriving on the scene.